Okay, we are 81 feet into the sewer system. I am up on the roof. I went through a 3-inch cleanout to get access to the sewer system. They have an 1.5-inch cleanout on the outside of the home, but it's also a galvanized fitting. Technically not a fitting for sewer access, so I had to get up on the roof to get into the sewer system. So we're 81 feet in. We're going to pull the camera back and take a look at the condition of the sewer pipe. So we're going through a 4-inch clay. That's what's out at the city street, which is normal. Every city has clay. We're now on the private sector. You can see some root intrusions right here. Very minor. But needs to be noted, but they are very minor. Possibly been there for a very long time. Here you can see another minor root intrusion up on the right-hand side. As you can see, they're at the joint connections. So every time two pieces of pipe are together in clay, they just slide together. So that's where the roots are coming in. There's another one right there, as you can see, dangling from the top. So they're growing from the top. You can see a little bit of growth on the sides. Maybe they've had the sewer line jetted. It's possible. Because of the way that the roots are on the edges, it looks like it may have been cut before with the hydrojetter, so it's possible. But the condition of the clay looks good. See, here's two pieces of clay that are put together. You can see the little bit of separation gap right there and the water sitting there, so it creates a lip. So pipe has shifted a little bit. Nothing major, but it needs to be noted that it has shifted a tad bit. It's pretty common in sewer lines and in California because the ground does shift a lot. As you can see, as we turned here, there's some root intrusions right there. So at every joint connection, we have root intrusions. So that's where they're coming in from. No broken pipe, but just where the pieces of the pipe are together, roots will find a way in. And they're minor. At least they're very minor, but still, roots are roots, and it must be noted. Here again, here's a good picture of it. See? You see the joint right there, the two pieces of pipe that come together, and there's always a gap, and that's where the roots are coming in. So over time, this will grow, and it will start to close the sewer system, which will create a backup. So that will have to be maintained to prevent it from overgrowing and then causing a stoppage. You just have preventative maintenance done. Again, as you can see, where there's two pieces of pipe that come together. With clay, there's no glue. There's no bands, they just slide into each other. So there actually is a gap. So roots will always come through the gaps in clay. So we transition from clay. Here's a couple other minor roots. And the good thing is they're growing from the top down. When they grow from the bottom up, it causes a stoppage much faster. Turns are harder to see, but as you can see, as we make a turn, we have some roots right there. You can see from the corner. So it's at every joint connection of the clay pipe. And that's at 50 feet. This is all in the front yard. From the plant life, there's lots of plant life palm trees. Palm trees always cause root intrusions. So depending on the vegetation you plant, lots of roots can be aggressive, some are not. So as you can see right here, we're transitioning from the clay to the cast iron. You can see some buildup there. The cast iron's older, so you see the buildup on the walls, so it's thick. So we really can't see the condition of the pipe behind that, but usually the buildup will harden and it actually protects the pipe as well. A little bit of debris right there. Because now we're getting to underneath the home. Right by the front step when we go underneath the home. So underneath the crawl space there is cast iron pipe. It's open. I mean, there's a clear path. There is some debris. I believe the pipe is old, from the 40s, I was told. So for the age of the pipe, it's still functioning. But as we got closer to the home and underneath the home, you can see there's no root intrusions, which is good. The further away from the home they are, it's better. So, with the way the condition of the pipe is, as far as not too much waste, just sitting on the, in the way of the path of the flow of the waste, it shows that there's good grade, that the pipe has 1/4 inch per foot of grade. So when the pipe is level, you get a lot more buildup and debris, and there's a lot of waste sitting in the pipe and not going down. So it shows that it has good grade, and that the waste gets down to the city sewer. So you see a nice clear open line. But the pipe is older, it is aged. It could have, small pinholes. I was told the home inspector might have noted that there's some drips of water underneath the home. Cast iron's real old, it'll create little, kind of call them boogers, but they're small. They could just, the pipe could seep here and there sometimes. But as far as from the inside of the camera, you can't see underneath the buildup, so it's too hard to tell where there was like a minor hole in cast iron. It's just too hard to tell with all the buildup and the age of the pipe. So you would just have to go with what the home inspector says on the outside of the pipe. We look for major root intrusions, shifting pipe, or big breaks, big cracks. As you can see, we come out on the roof, the 3-inch clean out. And that is the vegetation in the front yard. And that will conclude the video portion of the scope.